Alright, you guys, welcome back to some more Ley-Line. Just had the fantastic ending, but you guys are telling me that I need to do the Ushio route still because that's really what's considered the true ending. So we're going to go ahead and work on that, but for now we have to do a little bit of the other stories before we can even jump into the Ushio route. This is kind of an interesting system with the another story. So if like we go into others, like one of them's not even unlocked yet. And then we have like a few that we can do. We have Rito's, which I'm so glad about because it seems like this is kind of a dedicated Rito route here. Anyways, I'm getting distracted by that. But we have to do kind of this story, and then it looks like there's something underneath it that we have to do. A lot of interesting stuff here, so I'm looking forward to diving into this. You guys told me that the Rito one is kind of like a Rito route, so I'm totally down for that, because I've always wanted a Rito route. I think that would be awesome. We're just going to go ahead and jump into this one. I think that's what we're going to start with. You guys told me that it would be better if I do Rito first, and then work on the others, and then kind of start going into Ushio. So I think that's what we'll do. So this might take a few episodes. You said it was a little bit longer, so we'll see how that works out. But let's go ahead and start it up. It was a sunny afternoon when the letter arrived. Everyone else in the family was out, and I was home alone. Wasn't doing much, just idly staring outside. We got mail. You got mail. Taking a look at the mailbox, there's a single sealed envelope inside. Prospective student's guide for me. Really? So we're going like all the way back to the start. To Koga Mitsuyoshi. Oh, it's actually addressed to us this time. This was indeed my name. Yeah, we had to clarify because that's not how it started last time. However, the school's name didn't ring any bells. It's strange, but I opened it anyways. Libra Lapis Lazuli Private Academy. Indeed was a pamphlet. Inside was a pamphlet with a picture of what appeared to be the campus on the cover of the school seal. There was also admission forms. Did they mistake me for someone else? There's a folded piece of paper. Please lend us your power. My power. Oh shit, we're just starting out with this? If you'll grant us our wish, we shall grant you yours. My wish, that would be... A sweet fragrance tickled my nose. Blue birds sprang from the letter in a glow of light. They circled above my head several times. Gosh, I feel like, yeah, I'm playing the start again. I always keep forgetting that I wanted to go back to the very first game and like kind of like redo this sequence and see if like I noticed anything now that I've kind of finished it. See if there's anything that stood out to me. When I reached out for them, they flew up towards the sky. My power, my wish, it would be to get with Rito. Let's go. Hell yeah. You bought some pudding? Heck yeah, let's do it. Oh, great. It's nothing. I wasn't wishing to be with the homunculus, I promise. No, I'm coming. I promise. I heaved a heavy sigh and closed my eyes. The letter said it needed my power. Nobody other than my little sister should have known about my Maggie powers. This is really interesting. This is like a very much an alternative where we have our powers the whole time. Is our parents still alive, though? Gosh, an angel's just here? Okay. Oh shit. I wonder if we're gonna give Rito a soul, like an artificial soul. I wonder if that's where this is gonna go, and that's how we go down the Rito route. Fate, huh? Hey, don't worry about it. Rito's cute, okay? Can you blame me? My wish. Why do I have these powers? What's gonna happen from now on? Why do I have to live with Michiru and my family to live a normal, peaceful
い
life?
つか私とあなたは離れなければいけないでしょ。
Angel, you mean?
それはね、三吉。あなたがあなたとして生きるために。でもその前に自分の力のことを知る必要はあるかもしれないわ。
Gosh, I'm already really liking this, though. I like this kind of... Excuse me. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I don't know why I always have problems talking early in the morning. I really like this alternative look that we're getting. Like, what if we already had our power? What if, like, you know, our sister never got it? I'm wondering if something bad still happened, or if our parents are still alive in this scenario. But I like the idea of us, like, kind of already talking to Angel before we even go to the school. I would love if they showed, like, us fixing this problem that happened at the school before it even ever, like, got to the extreme that it did. Because I kind of feel like that's what they were trying to do. Like, they were trying to bring us to the school because they thought maybe we had some power that could save everything. But then when they found out we didn't, like, everything that transpired afterwards ended up happening. I wonder what would happen if we just, like, came to the school, they realized that we had that power to fix their problem, and then we did. Like, that would be interesting. I really hope, like, we get to kind of see that alternative here. Like, something like that, maybe. Her words echoed within me. I made up my mind. I decided to attend this school, though it was a bit far. I had no idea we were going to get, like, an alternative kind of view on this. That's really cool. Is that it? The academy appears out of nowhere. After walking this mountain path for what it feels like ages, I reach a clearing and finally see my destination. It was the same with the information package. Does this school like making surprises out of everything? Yeah. Pretty much. I feel like there were so many surprises as it went on. Pretty big. I approached the front gates and mumbled that to myself. This should be the right place. I got my student ID from my breast pocket. Why does it say Michiru? There's no mistake about the school's name. Or... Kogamitsu. It literally says Kogamichiru. What do you mean? Looking over the cover, I see my full name along with my student. That's not your name! That's really all this needed. Because I think we saw this before, right? Like, they showed this kind of at the start. I'm wondering if they just forgot to change it, because, like, that's not it. When I applied to use the doctor's are sent to me, I know I received an almost instant reply stating my acceptance. This student ID was included as well. Unless they're the ones covering up our identity now. I was only able to transfer smoothly because the last term just ended, but it wouldn't be funny if this was all one big mistake. Please don't tell me that it was all a joke. A tall, conspicuous structure catches my eye as I approach the main entrance. At its very top, I can see a bell shining faintly. Is that a clock tower? I wonder what it sounds like. Oh, trust me, you'll get to hear it. While I look up at the bell, I pass through the front gate. Hey, it's that statue. Walking through the old-fashioned main building, I reach the other end. Stay away from the statue. This is so early, I barely see any other students. I walk around leisurely, taking in the surrounding scenery. What's that? There's a solitary bronze statue outside. So the school's founder, those are pretty common. I casually walk up to it when... Oh? I hear a voice coming from somewhere. It sounded like someone was whispering right into my ear, but there's nobody around. Were you the one who talked to me just now? The girl standing in a distance away, staring straight at me. I love this already. Like, this whole intro to this kind of Rito side story, phenomenal. The air around her is limpid, as if time has completely stopped for her. Ah, I don't know how long I stood there in silence. She disappeared before I could say anything else. She's a student here too, right? Oh no! Already ruined. I take back everything I just said. It's already the worst. What now? Turning around, I see a different female student on the ground.
あなたが古賀光義って子かな？
No, I'm Koga Michiru. It says it on my ID. Yeah, I am. Are you okay? I extend a hand towards her and help her up. No! Abandon everything. We're leaving this school. Brushes the dirt off her skirt, stands up straight.
モモは、違う、小五院モモか？風紀委員長。この学園の平和を守っています。
Remember when we were like playing the second game and I was like, oh, Shogumi Momoka, the disciplinary chairwoman, she's a little bit like a kid. Like, why are they putting her in this position? You know, those are the kind of thoughts I had. I didn't think anything of her, and then everything went to shit afterwards. It's like she just became this awful, awful character. Okay, nice to meet you.
今日は平和を守りつつ、あなたを迎えに来たの。
You're disturbing my peace is what you're doing. Be a great help. I'm pretty lost right now.
じゃあ早速、モモについてきてください。
She said that she's the chairwoman, so is she an upperclassman? I can't help but think I've gotten caught up in something ridiculous. I know, that's what I... You're surprisingly receptive right now. However, I have no choice but to follow the self-proclaimed disciplinary committee chairwoman. What if she actually isn't in this timeline? She just, like, is a little kid that's just kind of acting like she is something important. Are we gonna go to the principal's office? Yep. I figured we were gonna help out.
ついに時が来たようです。
Chi. Freaking Ninomai. I have to deal with Ninomai again.
彼は一見普通の人間に見えますが、間違いない。
Oh?
この鏡がしっかりと映し出したのですから。
Did they ever show us what was going on with the mirror? I feel like I never got to see it. Or at least, I just don't remember it. Also, you guys were saying something about how Ninomai says chi and G. Well, right there, he said both.
あれが最悪のマギエ。
Like that guy?
さあ、もうすぐ私たちの長年の夢が叶います。本当に長かった。今の気持ちはどうです？私も不思議な気持ちだ。なぜかサーカスの開幕を待つ子供みたいにドキドキしている。
Thanks, Ninomai. So informative. Yeah, this is a really cool look into what could have been. Oh shit, we're just jumping straight into this. Okay.
小さなボタンの掛け間違いがいくつも重なって起きました。人とは違うマギエの力、その大きな力が起こしてしまった事件。いくつもの魂が時の狭間に閉じ込められてしまいました。そして全てを取り戻すことができる。希望の名は最悪のマギエ。彼は全てを救う者の魂を受け継いでいました。
Inherited the soul of the one who could save everything? Is it Elon Musk? Because why are you showing the Twitter birds again?
幼い頃に自分の中の最悪のマギエを目覚めさせた彼は成長し、この場所を守る者の願いのためにやってきました。
I'm guessing our parents still died.
最悪のマギエは希望でした。希望は時にとらわれていた魂を救い出してくれました。これはたくさんの物語の中のあったかもしれない一つ。
Okay, I really like how they're doing this, though. I like how they're framing it as this is what could have happened. Because this was a big point of contention for me when I was like hearing about this whole thing. I'm like, this is what should have happened. I don't understand why Angel did what she did, and the fact that like I still feel like things ended up badly. I I I do know that she was like trying to change this a little bit, because it sounded like maybe that's our parents still died either way, just because that was just too much power for someone at that age to kind of handle. It didn't really matter if, which of the Kogas had the power at the time, but maybe, transferring it kind of diminished the power, and it still ended up happening. So I really like that I'm getting to see this other side of it, because I feel like this kind of, I guess, in my mind, will help me maybe be a little bit less frustrated with the whole situation. Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's been an awesome, interesting story, but at the same time, I'm like, well, this could have happened, and maybe it would have just fixed all those problems to start with. So I like being able to see kind of both sides.
誰かが夢見たその先のお話かもしれません。
I dreamed of this situation. But no, I really like being able to see both sides, absolutely. What could have been? Those are like my favorites, and I mean, I think that's one of the reasons... Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not about to cut somebody off. I think that's one of the reasons why I like visual novels so much. I like having the multiple endings. I was talking to my wife last night. I've been trying to convince her to play visual novels, okay? And so far been unsuccessful. I've been trying to like convince her like, oh, you could play an otome, you can have like one that has more of a story, or you can have one that has more of like a, to put it in plain terms, more of a sex appeal, if like that's what she's into. Just because she likes an attractive main character. But she tends to watch a lot of shows that are probably aimed more towards guys. Not like that she's really in... She explicitly told me last night, I'm not into harems. I'm like, okay. I mean, a lot of the shows you watch are just a bunch of girls going after one guy. So I'm like, you could play something as a female main character with a bunch of guys going after her, or something. It doesn't mean they necessarily get with all of those characters. But I've been trying to get her to like play more, or just start visual novels. She likes like big romance stories, right? And I think she also likes one with a little bit of a plot. And I'm like, that's just what I love about visual novels. Like there is that romance element. You can find that in a lot of them. But at the same time, like there's these deep plots that are just amazing to get into. And I love that I can kind of choose my own ending. I love when it has a story like this where it's like I'm having an alternative ending to what actually happened. I'm having the what if scenario that in my mind I was wondering the whole time. I'm like, what would have happened if this happened? And now here I am getting it. So I really love that about visual novels. Like that's one of my favorite things. The bell rings and the classroom is abuzz. Like everyone else, I get up from my seat and stretch. At the end of my extended arm is a classmate's face. Oh, my bad. Are you alright?
ぶつかってない。私も急いでたから。あ、もう行かないと。
She and several other students are hurrying out of the classroom. Students attending clubs and heading to their part-time jobs would be a normal scene at just about any other school. But this here Libra Lapis Lazuli Academy is a little different. Is there still a nighttime? Like the night realm? Freaking Nino Mai. Hey, you're as healthy as ever today. Nino Mai Kun is carrying a small piece of paper. It's a message from the principal. Got it, I'll head over right away. They don't just use the intercom system. Interesting. How is the school different, you ask? It's because magic exists here, as if it were commonplace. Those with the makings of a magician secretly take classes after school to nurture their powers. Oh. How to control them, proper applications of them. This is a place where students learn the skills necessary to live with those powers. What am I gonna do? Very interesting, though, that the school kind of, like, is hiding magic. I always felt like the school's whole purpose was about magic. I mean, Kral clearly was trying to teach people how to use it properly instead of relying on the mist and things like that. Even though she did have the mist as kind of a way to teach maybe certain things, but she just didn't want people to rely on them. But it's very interesting that you kind of hide the magic element, because it's like, what's the point of the school otherwise? I feel like the whole point is to have magic. I mean, we clearly had the mist just kind of all around the school at points. Like, they would just kind of go on a rampage. But I guess since this is a little different because we never broke the statue, so they're not doing that. It's been half a year since I received that mysterious letter. With the Maggie of Calamity powers inside me, I resolved a certain incident. That was my purpose for coming here. I haven't thought about what comes after that.
Yeah. 平和だね。
That's so funny to hear after what we just went through.
学園長、そっちの大福はママのです。あ、食べちゃった。
Good. I'm not even sad about it.
うんうんうんうんうん。あ、いらっしゃい、古賀くん。
You suddenly called me over here. Did something happen? You seem to be taking it pretty easy.
まずは座りたまえ。あ、お茶は自分で入れてくれるかい？
Both the principal and Momo-senpai are drinking out of their steaming teacups. No matter how I look at it, this is just a laid-back tea party. Don't tell me she was bored and just wanted someone to talk to. Still haven't fully grasped the way she thinks. Not left with much of a choice to pour myself a cup of tea from the pot and sit down.
ママの分の。
Momo-senpai, this plate seems to have been left for me. You can have it if you'd like.
本当に？やったー。いただきます。
No, don't start giving her stuff. Principal, what exactly do you need me for?
まったくせっかちだな。まったりしたお茶の時間も大切なんだよ、若者。まあでも本題に入ろうか。
Okay, what is your business here?
古賀くんどうだい？もうこの学園には慣れたかな？
More or less. The exceedingly normal question throws me for a loop. So, it sounds like we haven't met Omaru, we haven't met Ushio. Because I'm wondering if Ushio's even at the school, just because I don't know if she came here, because Matsuki, I don't know if Matsuki's even gone. I don't even know if Amaru's here. I'm curious about that.
君には随分世話になったからね。こんな風にのんびりできるのもすべて古賀くんの活躍のおかげだ。
Thanks. What's going on? I get the feeling that there's something outrageous waiting for me after
それでね、
this.
そろそろ
About...
最初に君に届いた手紙覚えているよね。
Yeah, the one with Twitter. The letter. Ah, yes. If you will grant us our wish, we shall grant you yours. That's what was written in it. In exchange for granting the school's wish, they grant mine to get with Rito. Hell yeah.
願いを何か一つ叶える約束を守ろう。君の家族の待つ普通の世界へ帰っても構わない。君のマギーの力を封じることが望みならば、その方法を何とかして見つけよう。マギーの力を持ったまま普通の世界で暮らすのは大変だと知っているからね。
My heart races. Maggie powers, fearsome powers. They've always been within me. That won't change for as long as I live, or so I thought.
唐突すぎる問いかけだったかい？
No, not at all. If I could get rid of these powers, if I could forget I even ever had them. It's not the first time those thoughts have crossed my mind, but...
三吉、それは悪いことではないと思うわ。
Angel is standing beside me. Nobody else can see her, but she's the key inside of me. If I didn't have these powers, I could live without any worries. That might be the happiest, most comfortable option. But I want to
聞い
know.
ているわ。まっすぐ 三吉の心が響いてくるから。
I want to know why I was born with this soul. Angel nods
いつ
silently.
か私がいなくなる日が来ることこそあなたのためなのでしょう。でもそのためには私がいなくなっても力とともに。
I already knew the answer. I nod at Angel and take a deep breath.
どうしたんだい？心ここにあらずだね。返事はすぐじゃなくていい。
No, I've decided. She looks at me in surprise. I want to become one with these powers within me. I'd like to do that in order to return to the regular world.
そうか。じゃあ学ばなければならないことが2つある。1つ目は魔力のセーブとコントロール。2つ目は魔術書の勉強かな。何事も基本は大事だからね。
Okay. Studying magical tomes, huh? I'm curious as to what's written in them.
肝心なことを忘れていた。古賀くん、叶えたい願いは？
You mean just studying here isn't...
それは願いじゃないね。ここの学園に来る子たちは当たり前に受けているから。
That's so. In that case, give me some time to think about it.
では古賀くん用のカリキュラムを作って後ほど渡そう。しっかり勉強してくれたまえよ。
Ah.
ため息をつくとは珍しいわね。
Angel smiles wryly. The scenery in the hallway hasn't changed from how it was about half an hour ago, myself
不安
included.
と期待とが入り混じった心。それは素晴らしいことの始まりに多く感じられるものよ。
I sure hope that's the case. I really wasn't expecting this after story to be so detailed. So like we still haven't even gone into Ushio's like true end yet. But it's like incredible like how much of the story we're getting here right now. And it's like almost a retelling that is purely dependent on us having already, you know, played through the first three. I'm really impressed like how much writing is in this. Bell signaling the end of classes chimes. Because it just doesn't feel to me like this was rushed. Like this doesn't feel too rushed. Like it's definitely a fast pace, but I feel like it's a strong pace considering we've already kind of been through a lot of events. For an alternate story, this feels really nice. Usually the classroom is full of commotion.
こっちこっち。
Huh? Principal?
今日は初めての日だからね。一緒に行こうかなと思って。
Whoa, this place is amazing.
ははは、確かにこんな場所はなかなか目にしないだろうね。
The bookshelves crammed with old books almost reach the ceiling. It's supposed to be a library, but it's vastly different from any I've ever been to. It's like a magician's room straight out of some movie. Wait a second. Right, it would make sense for it to be like a magician's room.
古賀くんはイレギュラーな生徒だからね。カリキュラムも特別になってしまったんだ。まあその分。
What? She smiles
そ
defiantly.
のおかげで一般的青少年にとっては嬉しいシチュエーションだと思うんだけどな。
That would make many young men happy. If we're going based on what happens to young men in anime, I don't know if I like where this is going. Huh?
おい、リト、この間言っていた件なんだが、今日からお願いできるかな。
はい。
I hear a voice coming from the far end of the stretch of bookshelves. It's a curious, almost whisper-like voice. I can hear soft footsteps approaching. I really like these shots they're doing of her.
彼女はリト。この場所にあるすべてを記憶する役目を務めている。
So, I mean, this is kind of the second shot. I mean, it's not like a CG or anything, but they're kind of making a special. Like, they kind of had her as, like, the focus of a shot when they first introduced her, and now this kind of, like, panning up shot.
はじめまして。
Her skin and hair are pale in color. In contrast to that, her eyes are as vivid as the setting sun. Yeah, like, see, they kind of blurred the background and kind of made her the focus. It's really cool. She's the one I saw when I first arrived.
古賀くん、こういう時は自己紹介から入るものでしょ。
Right, my name's Koga Mitsuyoshi. It's a bit sudden, but I decided to learn about magic starting from square one.
つづら折坂不人から聞いているから。
Huh? Did she just refer to the principal by
い
name?
やー、話が早くて助かるよ。
She's acting the same as always. This girl, Rito, is wearing the same uniform as me and the other students, but she's not actually a
それ
student.
じゃあリト、あとは頼むね。
わかったわ。
Principal, you haven't explained anything to me yet.
大丈夫、大丈夫。
She leaves in the blink of an eye. Thanks for doing this for me. So, what are we gonna start
そこ
with?
に座って。
I do as I'm told, and Rito brings out a pen, a notebook, and a thick, old-looking book.
まずは書物を読めるようになること。最初は文字を追ってみて。
From this book? Alright. It's not exactly a textbook, is it? When I open it, I see walls of characters I've never seen before. You're kidding me, this is what I'm gonna have to
最初
read.
は辞書を引きながら読むといいわ。でも、そのうち魂がそれらを読み解くの。
My soul will be able to understand it. Okay, that's a little different.
もちろん、最初はできない。魔術書が簡単に解読されては困ってしまうもの。
Well, that makes sense. This book's not gonna suddenly bite me, is it? I feel like that's a reference to Harry Potter, you know, the book that, it's almost kind of, is it like a spider? Is that kind of what the book is? It's the, like, the were one? I don't know. Rito stares at me as I cautiously extend my hand towards it.
大丈夫。ここにあるものはすべて把握しているから。
Don't need me to be afraid, I've already grasped everything that is here. Aha, I
あ
guess
くま
so.
でもここにあるものは
I mean, there is a lot here, though. She sits down directly opposite me as she says that. Fortunately, even I'm able to use the dictionary. However, having to refer to it while reading these unfamiliar characters is more difficult than I expected. Does this mean gunpowder? Wait,
よく
no.
末尾を見てみて。わずかに文字の尻尾が跳ねているでしょ。
What, you're right. It means fruit then. Oh, that makes
少
sense.
し待っていて。
I know, I hate trying to learn another language. And I'm like, especially like Japanese, they have characters that are so similar to one another. It's like, if it has a little, like, line there, then it means something completely different. After thinking for a moment, Rito stands up and walks among the
きっと
bookshelves.
こっちの本の方が役立つわ。
With practice action, she pulls out a stool and stands on top of it. I'm sure this is how she always gets to books that are too high for her to reach. Oh, you could have just asked me to. Hey, this might have been my fault. The only difference for her today is that I'm here. Rita loses her footing slightly, causing her extended arm to lean sideways and her body to fall. Oh, did we not catch her? Oh, books sure hurt a lot, don't they?
古賀光義。怪我はしていない。
No, I'm fine. Anyways, you should tell me if you need to get to a book that's, high up. Without saying a word, she crouches down to pick up the fallen books. I do the same, kneeling down beside her. It's my first time learning magic, and I'm causing you a lot of trouble since I'm a slow learner. It's the least I could do.
いいえ、
The words slip from her mouth, but her eyes are staring straight
ま
at
だ
me.
何も知らないってことは、たくさん知ることができるわ。
I wonder if this is gonna come from the from the direction that she's actually a homunculus, or if they're gonna like kind of just not touch on that. I guess that's a good thing then. I don't know, just because it seems like she's like kind of into us, you know, like she's kind of, I don't know, like not necessarily attracted to us, but it seems like she's more friendly towards us than Rito normally is. Old books, dust, and this girl named Rito. Thus began my new life at Libra Lapis Lazuli Academy. I don't know, it's nice though. This one and this one too. Gah, ah.
大丈夫？足元。
I'm fine. There might be dust falling, so you should get out of the way. I regained my balance while holding onto a book that's white with dust. I had to pull it out while tiptoeing on the highest rung of the stepladder. This book is super old, huh? It doesn't look like anyone's touched it in a while.
そう。覚えたのはもうずいぶん昔。
I like how she says it so casually. Like, yeah, I just memorized that entire book. Like, I can't even memorize, like, a sentence. You read this one, too. Her lips curl up slightly, I think. She has everything here committed to memory. That's what the principal said. There's no way. I'm sure she just meant that Rito knows a lot about magic.
今日はエディンバラ地域における薬草と魔術の304ページ目。とても重要な内容よ。
The yellow pages are once again filled with cryptic characters. Ah, I have to decipher again.
辞書はここにあるわ。
I know, but no, never mind. I'll push
いいの
through
よ
it.。
わからないことは私にも聞くといいから。
Thanks. Mitsuyoshi, this is where you say, I don't understand, you know, how to write down your number. Just start flirting. As I'm working through my way through this book, Rita's pursuing another one. And strangely enough, wherever I'm stuck somewhere, she raises her head and
ど
looks
こ
at
が
me.
わからないの？
Right, here. Is this a picture of a required apparatus?
そう。このマギエはかつて偉大な力を持っていたけれど。
Her hair sways as she tilts her head. She blinks her large eyes. I'm like, why do you have to describe her like that, Mitsuyoshi? It's kind of interesting, flirty. Or she just continues to look at me.
説明難しい。
No, that's not it. It's
よかっ
nothing.
た。覚えなければいけないことがたくさんあるから混乱しているように見えて。
It's true that I'm confused. I do think they're probably gonna keep the fact that she's a homunculus. I kind of like my original theory that he's gonna like give her a soul, just because they've already kind of touched on that. And then having Angel, you know, we'd probably be able to do that. More long it's been since I first started studying magical tomes after school. I'm just wondering if they're gonna give her the personality of when Fujito was kind of like impersonating her. That was really funny. Rita can be a bit unapproachable, but she's definitely not a hard-hearted person. If anything, she's extremely kind in spite of her curt speech, but this awkward distance between us won't close at all. Was I always this bad at talking to others? No, I think it's just Rito.
次、少しページを飛ばして341ページを読むと理解しやすくなる。
Huh? 300 and what page again?
341ページ。だけど、
Yeah, that's literally me when someone says something like that. I'm like, you literally just said the number, and it's only 3 numbers, so I should be able to memorize that really easily. It just slips my mind immediately. She shuts the
少
book.
し疲れているようね。
Not at. Just passes out. Before I'm even able to respond, Rito heads into a room in the back. Located there is only one thing that feels out of place in this old library. It's an electric kettle, which Rito turns on. Fire is prohibited, considering all the books here. I mean, electricity can still start a fire, but
あ
sure.
なたはどの種類の茶葉がいいのかしら。
Ah, it was that. That.
これそんな銘柄はないけれど。
Ah, Rito. My name. I'm talking about my name. Can I ask you for a favor?
もう魔術書の勉強は飽きた。
No. There's no way that happened. The way you say my name, could you refer to me the same way everyone else
みんな
does?
と
I hear the water in the kettle start to
それ
bubble.
は 私にはわからないの。
Anything works, like Koga or Mitsuyoshi. I just call you Rito, for
私の
example.
知っているケースからでもいい？
Sure. Her gaze slowly moves left and right before suddenly
それで
stopping.
は古賀くん古賀くんに変えてみるわ。
Great. I can feel something in my chest swelling up, like the bubbles rising in the boiling water. Dang, he's already fallen for her. A small change in the distance between us caused that. Rito's looking the same as usual. She fills a cup with hot water. So I feel like she still kind of acts like a homunculus. You know, she's very like cold, to the point. You know, she just is able to retain a massive number of knowledge, just because that's what, you know, she was programmed to do or asked to do. But like she seems like she kind of has a little bit of a personality. Like she's developing one. Maybe this is like an alternative if like she can have a personality. She's just never been like taught, you know, how to do that. She's never had experiences that helped her to have one. Interesting. So she's calling us Koga-kun. I don't think the old Rito would ever do that. Here's looking the same as usual as she fills a cup with hot water. Maybe I was the one who put up a wall between us. Hey, actually, there's a couple things I wanted to ask you
お
about.
役に立てれば嬉しいわ。
Oh, I'm not referring to the magical tome. Stuff like what class you're in during
ど
the
こに
day.
もいないわ。
Really?
ええ、ずっとここにいる。
So you've already completed the regular curriculum. That's
時間
incredible.
はたくさんあったから。
Even so, you don't have to attend them anymore. You must be
ず
really
っと
smart.
ここにいるから。
I don't think she's angry or anything. She only says the bare minimum needed. It's her own unique trait. Oh, one more thing. Something I've always wanted to ask if I had a chance like this. It's about when I first arrived at this school. The words that she muttered back then. What? Freaking
ご
Momo.
めんなさい。
Interrupting our moment, our heart-to-heart here.
ここで騒がしくしちゃいけないのはわかってるけど。
Momo-senpai, please calm down first. What happened? Momo-senpai burst in the library like a bullet, is doubled over while trying to catch her breath.
落ち着いてらんないの。聞きたいことが。私がお役に立てるなら言ってちょうだい。狼みたいなうなり声ですごい速さで飛んでそこら中にぶつかってるミストの行動と詳細と弱点。
Okay, is that the book from Harry Potter? That sounds kind of like it. It kind of howls, but it like charges at you.
それならちょうどいいわね。
Momo-senpai takes out the thick book that Rito hands to her. Flips through it with a serious expression on her face, looking completely different than she usually does. Missed. Momo-senpai said that just now. So I guess this kind of confirms that we don't really have like a bureau for special investigations here. Get down! In the heat of the moment, I grab and pull both of them down by their arms with all my might. While we're on the ground, a sharp wind blows past above us. Gosh, something flew past us. It runs into bookshelves on the wall of the library, sending heavy books tumbling down. None of us are able to move as we protect ourselves from the books coming from every which way. Is that the mist? I've seen that term come up in magical tomes I've studied. It's a magical tool that's attracted to the wishes and desires of humans. Frau Lazaret, the founder of the school, collected them all around the world and sealed them, giving them the name of mist. Produces howling winds as it flies around inside the library. This is bad.
あれは何かを探すもの。早く止めないと全てを食べてしまう。
Rito stands up, stepping into the storm of books. Hey, wait, it's dangerous. These books are more important to her than anything else. There's no way she'll listen to me.
封印しなきゃ。早く。
Okay, so not quite the book from Harry Potter. I mean, this is going clearly very fast. Momo-senpai stands up as well, taking something out of her pocket and holding it up high.
障害もか。
Nice. Alright, I like this mist.
障害員ももか。一度離れた方がいい。
No, 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 you should still try to do it. You should stand up. Try to say that again.
でもこのままじゃまた。
Just let it hit you a few more times. I was enjoying it. For a moment, time moved extremely slowly for me. One thick book. It's flying towards Rito's head as she's about to turn around. At this rate, Rito will. Characters appear in my head as I instinctively reach out. They're from a magical tome belonging to some country I don't know. Hell yeah. Ah, they come together to form words, creating meaning. They're ready to turn into sounds from deep within my soul. I, Koga Mitsuyoshi, by my blood, by my soul, and this talisman proof of the contract of your command thee.
早く札を
Taking the piece of paper from Momo-senpai, Rito rubs it against my finger. Doing so tinges the paper with a small amount of my blood. Time. Halt. It's really rare that we get to see him sealing something. Like, I think it's obviously happened a few times, but I have no idea what those words mean, nor do I know why I shouted them out loud. All I know is that the ferocious winds in the room have subsided.
嘘
What in the world happened?
すごい子が封印できるの
Seal, you mean I did that just now? While Momo-senpai shakes her head in disbelief, Rito is picking up books behind her while sighing.
ショックの影響がこんなにも大きく出るとは。
Oh, it's the Eclipse right now. Okay, that makes sense.
学園長も今回のは大きいかもってもうどうしよう
What's this Eclipse you're talking about?
蝕むと書いてそう呼ぶ。
Do we need to offer a sacrifice or something? Let's sacrifice Momo!
そんな物騒なことしないよ
その日は数年に一度訪れる。魔術や魔術道具の力がとても強まる。つまりミストの封印にも異常が生じやすくなるということ。
The stuff like what happened just now will be more
そう
common.
なの魔力が強くなる日に向けて我ら風紀委員も厳重に警戒してるんだよ。でもやっぱりミストは出ちゃうんだ。出ちゃったらもう封印するしか手はないし。
She suddenly slumps her shoulders.
でもねみんなに事情は説明できないって言われるし、そしたら今封印できるのモモだけなんてひどくない？封印の効力が弱いとかでモモはお札2回払わなきゃいけないし、一昨日からもう何回走り回ってるって思う？やだよ。
You deserve it after all the trouble you caused us. That sounds rough. Yeah, anyways, let's get back to studying, Rito. Be complaining too if I had to do that every day. Oh, little do you know. I don't think Momo-senpai has much stamina either.
いうわけでですね。
Huh?
リト、ちょっぴり小顔借りていくね。あ、もちろん本のお片付けには戻
Oh
ってくるから。
no, I have to team up with her?
ええ、助かるわ。
Wait, Momo-senpai, what's going on? No, I know what's going on. She has a tight grip on my arm.
モモ一人だと追いつかないんだもん。よかった。小顔にこんな素質があるなんて。
This is the worst ending.
もしかしたら伝説の
No.
特産復活とか
This is the bad ending.
ちょっと楽しくなってきちゃった。
I have to work with her. Hero, what's that?
じゃあ早速
Oh no. I don't like this at all.
学園長お話があります。ち
Thanks, Nino Mai.
ごめんごめん。そんなに怒んないでよ、二の前くん。じい。なんだか珍しい組み合わせだね。聖護院さんに古賀くんだなんて。まあ、座りたまえ。
We sit down side by side following the principal's instructions.
聖護院さん、今日のミストにはずいぶん手こずったみたいだけど大丈夫だったかい？はい、無事に封印できました。古賀が。
Wait, hold on a second, Momo-senpai.
おー、なるほど。
Hopefully it's just for the next few days that we have to work with her. Because I'm like, oh, I'm going to hate this if it's just a bunch of Momo being left out of the loop. But I know that I'm at the heart of the conversation.
学園長、古賀はモモと違ってすっごく封印するのに向いてます。今こそ特産を復活させましょう。 父。
Thanks, guys. This is a really nice conversation we're having. I have a question. Please fill me on something, Principal.
どうぞ。
What exactly is the bureau that Momo-senpai is talking about?
聖護院さん、説明してなかったんだね。
Momo-senpai sticks out her tongue, to which the principal sighs in response, probably starts
奥
describing it.
さんはね、特殊事案調査分室という部署のあだ名だよ。かっこいいだろ。
What happens there?
説明しよう。特殊事案調査分室はさまざまな理由により暴走、脅威、その他諸々の事案を引き起こした魔術道具。多くの場合は我が校の所有するミストだが、それらを調査し封印する部署のことで、誰でも彼でもなれるわけじゃない。あくまでも秘密を守れる生徒にしか任せられないからね。そんなわけでしばらく廃止になっていたんだ。今はミストを封印できるのモモだけで、おまけに職が近くてもうバッタバタなんだよね。
And I don't feel bad about it. Frantically try to sort through this huge influx of information, but no matter how much I think about it, I only see one conclusion. So you're saying that I'm able to do this sealing thing? They nod their heads. But we have to stop incidents like what happened earlier. They nod their heads even harder. No matter what.
だって特査復活ってかっこよくない？
Depends on what we're reviving. Can't you do that by yourself? Chad Koga coming out.
モモ、封印あんまりうまくないんだもん。さっきも言ったでしょ。小川お札1回でいいけど。
This decision already set in stone.
学園長命令だからね。
Ah.
素質は素晴らしいけど、まだまだ知識は半人前だからね。リトと協力して釈の日の前後だけでも。
Can't do anything except reply with yes. I mean, you could reply with something else, but sure. Man, there's still a ton of stuff I have to learn, and now this gets thrown on me.
そうへこまなくったっていいんじゃないかしら。
I mean, long as I don't have to work with Momo too much. He says it in such a carefree manner. I'm the one who owns this body that's running around getting hit by things here.
おそらくあなたにとっていいことよ。
Really now?
きっと。
Fine, whatever, I guess I'll do it. Ever since I was assigned to the bureau at Momo-senpai's suggestion, I haven't had a peaceful day. That sounds about right. Like, just putting the whole mist thing aside, just working with Momo, I can't imagine it would be very peaceful. But I'm going to end the video here. I think this is a good introduction to kind of the Rito route, I guess, or the Rito... I don't know what you would call this, the Rito story. Sure, we'll go with that. I've heard this is going to probably take me a few episodes to get through, so a little bit different than my plan of just having maybe 3 more episodes. I was going to try to cover them, but it sounds like I still have a ways to go. So I'm going to cut this one a little bit short, just to keep it digestible. How about that? So we'll get to see kind of some more Rito moments next time. I'll try to make it a little bit of a longer video so we can actually like get further into it, but I'm feeling a little bit exhausted after having dealt with Momo this much. Like this is the most we've had to deal with Momo in a single episode, and I need a break. But I think it should be good. I'm liking how they kind of introduced it at first, and I like how we somehow still managed up to be in the bureau, even though freaking Omaru's not here, Ushio's not here, Matsuki's not here. We still ended up in the bureau. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.